I meet a lot of people that say, I don't know who I am. I don't know what I'm doing here. Why am I on this planet? And so my passion is to ignite in people a connection to their own nature, and I feel strongly that that comes through connecting to nature. And the reason people are lost is because they've disconnected from the fact that we humans are animals and a part of nature.
Keira, it's good to have you with us.
Thank you, Adam. It's so great to be here.
Yeah, what a treat. Could you share a little bit about what your core message is?
Sure. I have taken it upon myself as my mission in life to bring people back to nature, to connect with their own true nature.
Why is it important that you do that?
Well, because in this modern world, people have become so disconnected. Even through technology, it connects us on the one hand, but then it isolates us in another way. And I have found that many people have forgotten that they are a part of nature. And when I started sharing this with the world, my connection to nature, I got feedback that some people are very uncomfortable in nature, and it brings up sense of fear and anxiety, and I feel that it should be the opposite, that it should be a place where people go for refuge.
Refuge in nature.
Refuge in nature.
That actually sounds really natural.
Right?
like that's not that counterintuitive that we should seek refuge in our natural environment.
Right. I absolutely agree. And so it's a bit shocking to me to hear someone tell me I have a hard time being quiet in nature. It throws me off. And I think there's this sense of the great unknown, which I actually feel is a very valuable place to be, in the sense of the mystery and really, what do we know in life anyways? If we accept the fact that we don't know everything, then it opens up so many possibilities.
Yes. And has this realization or this understanding impacted your business life? Has it impacted how it is that you choose to serve in the world?
Absolutely. It's actually completely transformed my business. I am now making the foundation of my business be to bring people into nature. So I'm creating what I call tree gong healing retreats to bring people into nature, connect with trees. And then my training is in energy healing arts and self-healing movement practices. So I bring people into the forests, we breathe, we meditate, we move, we energize, and then sometimes we even communicate with the trees, because we're creating this powerful bond between the outside nature and the nature within.
Yeah. It's interesting. I'm originally from the East Coast, from New York. They might say tree gong. I mean, like, what is that? Because it sounds pretty woo-woo. It sounds pretty out there. And yet I know that you're very committed to it. So would you say a little bit more about what tree gong is? And it sounds a little like qigong.
A lot of people don't know what qigong is, so I'll say a bit about that. Qigong is ancient Chinese energy healing arts. And so qi means energy, life force energy. Gong means work or discipline over time. And so it actually encompasses anything to do with energy healing, energy alignment, energy balancing. It's both self-healing movement practice, breath and meditation practice. It's also hands-on energy healing or massage. So any of those are encompassed within Qigong. And so tree gong is just bringing these things to the forest and connecting with the trees. And there actually is an ancient connection that the Chinese people make with the trees and exchanging energy with the trees. So there's a history to it, but the way I teach it is more experiential based on my training with the energy arts and my personal experience connecting with trees.
I'll be the skeptic and say, so what's so great about that?
Ah, that is a great question. And I know a lot of people, like you said, just think of it as woo-woo, and it is, and at the same time, it's scientifically shown. In Japan, they do a practice called forest bathing, and scientists have been studying how people who do this, who go into the forests, breathe the aromas, connect with the trees, experience the forests, they actually receive measurable healing benefits. They receive stress reduction, they receive lower blood pressure, and it even helps people heal from illness and injury.
Wow, that's incredible. What makes you uniquely qualified to actually be teaching this and sharing this with people?
Sure. Well, it started with my childhood. I was raised, given pretty much free rein to go play in the forest. I was always told, get outside and play. And so I spent a lot of time connecting with trees. And I also started meditating when I was very young. I was 5 years old the first time I practiced meditation on my own. And I've spent my entire life studying esoteric arts, yoga, meditation, qigong, tai chi, and now medical qigong. And I really, it's my life's passion as well as my life's work.
Mm-hmm.
And I know a lot of people won't believe this, but I actually had a tree tell me that I need to bring the people back to the nature.
That's wonderful, wonderful. And how do you see this impacting the world? Because I can clearly feel your passion. I can clearly see in your presence there's great integrity, that you believe this with all your heart, that you're committing a significant amount of your own life, energy, and time in making this available for people. So there must be a really great reason, and I imagine it has something to do with impacting the world.
Absolutely. And part of it is just the fact that humans, in the process of disconnecting themselves from nature, have turned forests into a commodity. And they don't see the value of the living trees and how important it is to have living trees to keep our entire atmosphere in place, really, because the trees are producing the oxygen that we breathe, they're filtering the pollution out of the air, they're keeping the soil in the ground. And so it's really important that people realize that trees are needed in forests, in natural environments, in order for humans to survive. And then the second piece is to reconnect people to their own nature. I meet a lot of people that say, I don't know who I am. I don't know what I'm doing here. Why am I on this planet? And so my passion is to ignite in people a connection to their own nature. And I feel strongly that that comes through connecting to nature. And the reason people are lost is because they've disconnected from the fact that we humans are animals and a part of nature.
Right. What are some of the additional benefits that because you work with a lot of people from different walks of life and different business backgrounds and all that kind of thing, and you must have seen that there are some benefits that are more common than others. How would you sort of summarize what those are?
Well, I would say, aside from the medical benefits I talked about, an increase in intuition and ability to trust yourself and your inner knowing, and a spark of creativity, and an increased focus is something I see a lot. People find something to live for, they find a purpose, and then they're able to move forward in their life in ways that they weren't before.
That's remarkable. So is there a website in particular that people who are interested in just learning a little bit more about the process and about you and about maybe even the other people that you've helped, if folks wanted to find that, where would they go?
They can go to practiceselflove.com.
Practiceselflove.com.
That's right.
That's fantastic. Keira, what a pleasure to have you here today and to hear, not just to hear the message that you're sharing, but to see in your eyes and in your whole being how important this is to you. Thank you.
Thank you, Adam.